Greetings folks, my name is Anto and today we're going on an adventure. Well, actually we're going on 200,000 adventures. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Deck of Many Quests by Lunch Break Heroes, who is the sponsor of this video. We're going to talk a lot more about their ongoing gothic horror Kickstarter in a little bit, but I've been aware of this product since it first went to Kickstarter. I backed the initial Kickstarter and I'm really excited to dive into this, see what it's all about, see how I would use it in my game. If these kind of indie product reviews are something that you enjoy, hit that like button and let's head down to the table and take a look at what we're working with here. So here we have the Deck of Many Quests. It comes in this really nice, tight and tidy package. You can see on the back some text there talking about what it is. It's a system agnostic and provides limitless inspiration. It's a deck of cards that gives you options for adventures and quests. So let's go ahead and pop it open. It's got a nice magnet on the front, and then inside it's got this little blurb: welcome to the Deck of Many Quests. This is a quest building tool for fantasy tabletop role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder and more. Rather than being a game in of itself, the deck is meant to enhance a game that you're running or plan to run. These cards can create over 200,000 unique adventures, infinitely more when combined with your own imagination. To begin, draw a quest card which has a sword on the back. The text of this card presents a quest on which your players will embark. It contains special placeholders, either creature or item. For each of these placeholders, draw the relevant creature, skull, or item potion card. Combine the elements for each card to create a unique quest and tie everything together with a bit of storytelling. If your game of choice does not have the exact creature or item you've drawn, simply substitute it for the closest match. Alternatively, you can come up with your own creatures or items. So let's go ahead and pull these out here. We can move the box out of the way. You can see we have 4 decks of cards. They are still shrink wrapped, so let's go ahead and open them up. So first thought is that the decks are mixed, so like half of them are monsters, half of them are potions, and then we've even got some quests mixed in within a single deck. I assume that this is because there's an odd number of each, but then it goes back to monsters. That's a little strange. I would have preferred to have had all of one type of card in one stack, just so that you can get the deck out and immediately start using it, rather than having to flick through them to see where the different decks start and stop and then separate them out yourself. I don't know whether that is an issue in every single deck or whether that's just something that's unique to mine. So before we dive into looking at the combinations of the cards and how to use them, I want to look a little at the cards themselves. So you can see that on the back of each they have these icons, so swords for the quests, potion bottles for the items, and skulls for the monster card. They have this gold filigree effect to them. It's not shiny, but it is really nice. There's nice textures on the back of them. They feel suitably fantasy, and then when you swap them over, you've got this parchment-y texture, some symbols, and then the different elements for the text. I'm noticing stars here and wondering whether that is a indication of difficulty or what those stars mean. Let's have a look, see if I can find any information on that in the box itself. So I don't immediately see what the stars mean. There's no, from what I can see, there's no instruction card that comes with this. It's all inside the box. So given that the stars, there are different stars on different cards, it must mean something. Okay, so we've got our cards all sorted into their piles. We have our quests, items and creatures, and the way it works is you just draw a quest, and you can see here, if I pull this up, we have whoopsie-daisy. While the master was away, an apprentice wizard has angered a creature by accidentally transforming them into a sentient item. The wizard has asked for your help in reversing the spell's effect before their master returns. So we will just do exactly what it says. We will draw a single creature, which is a monster, an animated gargoyle statue who shirked the command of its former master. And the item is a whooping broom, the famous weapon of Mad Mama Beauclair. This broom acts as an improvised weapon and deals extra damage to small creatures. So the apprentice wizard has accidentally transformed an animated gargoyle statue into a whooping broom, and chaos ensues. That would be a great low level encounter, I think. A whooping broom is that sort of fun, whimsical thing that you would expect from a low level encounter. Honestly, that is super cool. I could totally see myself using that in my game for a full-on session. For me, the very first thing that I think is I have a new location that my players are going to, and I want some quick plot hooks to populate it, and that makes it really easy by just drawing some cards. So this card, creature has diverted a river away from a burgeoning city in order to protect a shrine to their god. Without the river, the city will fail. The local ruler has hired you to sort out the issue. And then we pull the creature card and see what we get. We get a humanoid, a peaceful tribe of orc pacifists who laid down their arms long ago. Now they teach conflict management and Zen gardening techniques. Maybe not immediately obvious in how you would do that, but it doesn't say anything about that creature being aggressive in our plot hook. And having a group of pacifist creatures who have inconvenienced the local population in some way and who the players are tasked with dealing with could create some really interesting moral quandaries for the players. So that is a combination that I would consider using in some way. Let's go ahead and create some discard piles here, and we'll pull several of these just to get a sense of how this deck plays. So far, I'm really loving what I'm seeing. The ability to just pull a couple cards and be able to make a story to put in front of your players is really appealing to me, especially if you're a GM who is short on time. Being able to do this is a massive help in the creative process. So let's pull another one here. We've got the Trade Tyrant. A fearsome creature has been terrorizing local trade routes. Authorities have had no luck in tracking them down and have hired you to find them and kill them. And our creature is a necromancer that only animates those who sell bodies to him. Very much Black Castle from second Black Company book. Carol the Vile, if you watch Matt Colville's stuff, that is where he got that inspiration from, the second book in the Black Company series. Very cool. Love necromancers that buy bodies. Really cool combination. Would definitely use that in my game. Let's pull another one. So we've got to house and protect. Expansion of a nearby city has driven wildlife species out of their habitat. A conclave of druids wants help negotiating a wildlife reserve to protect the local kobold population. A kobold whose leader is secretly a halfling wizard in disguise. So you can see how combining these two things, you could have a local kobold population that the druids are trying to protect, but unbeknownst to them, their leader is a halfling wizard in disguise. Maybe that halfling wizard is on the run from something, and you can see how these cards help spark that creative juice and get it flowing and give you ideas that can build on these cards and help them fit into your world. Let's do one more. So we've got School of Hard Knocks. A school of magic has kept items safe and hidden for generations, but rumors of its location have gotten out. Now creature is determined to steal it with the help of creature. Can you thwart their attempts? So let's have a look at what the item is. The item is the Totem of the Gods. This little figurine gives its owner a direct line to a single deity and allows the deity to respond through the totem. It crumbles to dust after a single use. Cool item for a school of magic to keep safe. What are the two creatures that are going after it? Creature the first is a group of nomadic elves who are driven from their homeland by invaders and find no welcome anywhere they stop, and a dark elf assassin with a trouble past and a heart of gold. So my immediate thought is that the shrine of the god is a shrine of the elven god, and they are hoping to petition their god to help them reclaim their land, give them a permanent settlement, and they've hired this former dark elf assassin who's kind of left the institutions of the drow and is now working freelance, and they've hired them, and together they're going to try and steal this totem from the magic school. Immediately, that's a full-fledged out adventure right there. You've got several factions at play. You've got at least one interesting NPC right off the bat, that former assassin, the drow, who's left the kind of drow conclave and is now working with the elves. Great drama. As I said up top, this video is sponsored by Lunch Break Heroes. They are currently back on Kickstarter for their Gothic horror expansion to the Deck of Many Quests. This expansion brings 6,000 new possible combinations for Gothic themed adventures, locations, and monster suggestions, and it should be no surprise that we're getting a Gothic expansion, as Steve from Lunch Break Heroes is the guy for Curse of Strahd on YouTube. So this expansion is going to be perfect for those horror themed Gothic campaigns. I'll leave a link down in the description below for you to go and check out the Kickstarter, and thanks again to Lunch Break Hero for supporting fellow YouTubers. So there we have it, the Deck of Many Quests. I'm really impressed by this product. I would love to know what you think about it down in the comments below. What is the favorite combination that you've seen in this video, and tell me how you think this product would impact your game prep. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all of that algorithm feeding stuff. But until next time, happy gaming.